Hello guys and welcome back to the Aspiring Young Artist podcast. My name is Pablo.
And my name is Charlie. We're at episode 5.
Episode 5, bros. Such
A milestone.
epicness.
Yeah.
Yep. We do this every episode and it's really sad.
Yay, episode 1. Oh! No. Right.
So epic.
We've got some great topics today. We've got Artist of the Week. Well, it's not Artist of the Week, it's Artist of the Episode. Oh well. This week we're going to be talking about the living legend, Billie Eilish. I love Billie Eilish.
Yeah.
I've got like tons of her songs on my playlist. Also, we have Kanye West's epic meltdown.
Oh, that was priceless. Like, genuinely priceless.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about Kanye West's epic presidential meltdown today. We also are introducing a new thing that will probably be every episode, which is the fun facts bit. We've both got a fun fact, and we'll talk about both of them. And we've got a lot of subjects this episode. Our new buys, which I think we should get into first.
Yes.
And the final bit is how COVID-19 has affected live music and busking, which will be a fun topic.
Yes.
So, I think we go into our new buys. I'm excited about these.
Yes.
You go first.
No, you should go first. You've got the got the most substantial buy.
So, yeah, true.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd say this, but I bought a Fender Stratocaster, specifically the Fender Classic Player Stratocaster 60s, for £500 second hand, with a lovely hard case as well. And that is a bargain, because new they're like £700-800, and the only thing that's wrong with it is got a tiny little nick on the back of it. I've got it right next to me, because I'm sort of obsessed. I got it in Sunburst. I have got no idea of the specs, because I don't do research, I just buy. I'm not Pablo. Pablo does that.
Right, I've got the facts for you. It's got right, so in that
Yeah.
guitar you've got 69 pickups. Not actually the number of 69.
I genuinely thought you
but-
meant 69 pickups.
No, 1969 pickups. That's what I meant. Yes, that sounded so stupid.
1,969 pickups. Whoa!
The loudest guitar ever. You got rosewood fretboard, maple neck. What else have we got? It's probably older body, poly lacquer, and vintage Fender
And it's
tuners.
bloody lovely.
Yeah. I haven't actually heard it
500
yet.
quid is. It's decent. It's decent. I don't
No,
know
it is
why,
good,
but I
yeah.
have a thing against the weird, I think it's 70s Fender headstocks. Where it kind
What, the
of.
big chunky
has-
ones?
Yeah. I don't like those. I like the
I hate them
nice
as well.
kind of thin ones. And
Yeah.
I've got that. That was literally the tipping point on buying one of the guitars. Was the headstock.
Mm.
And it was.
I especially
it was
hate
just not nice.
70s headstocks, maple neck 70s headstock with a scalloped fingerboard. It's like the biggest disaster in the world.
I've got to say, my wall of guitars with the Strat and the SG is looking quite nice now.
All you need is a Les Paul now.
Nah.
Yes.
I like the Les Pauls
Simple
a
answer.
bit, I suppose. But it's got a nice. I first played. This is actually meant to be my birthday present, but my birthday's not for a month. But I gave in and got it anyway.
Yeah.
The only reason I got it so early is because it was on eBay, and with such good price for such good nick, it would have been sold by the time it was my birthday. So I got it before it sold, obviously, because that was a great price. Yeah, so I've had it kind of set up a bit. I think I got the bridge tightened slightly and the action lowered. I don't even know really. It was a bit dirty on the fretboard and the tuners, so that all got cleaned up. And now it's sounding spectacular for such a good price. Yeah. So that's my new buy, but Pablo, I believe you have one as well.
Yes, I do. I
on, then.
have recently bought a new camera for YouTube. It is the Sony Alpha A6000. I got it off. Yes, Sony.
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 It's not Sony.
Pronounced. It's Sony.
It's Sony.
Pronounced Sony. It's not Sony. It's Sony.
What I hate. This is going off topic, but that's the podcast, you know. When people say Nike, Nike is not how you say it. It's Nike. It's not Nike. Say it properly. It is Nike.
Charlie has
Triggers
a
me.
meltdown.
Kanye has it. No.
Anyway,
We'll get to about that. Anyway.
I got the body without a lens, so then I can, customize it to my specs, if you will. I got it off a company called MPB for a whopping £264.91.
91.
Yeah, specifically.
You need that precise price.
Yeah. Actually, funnily enough, that camera is arriving in a whopping 2 hours.
How adventurous.
Yes.
So I was, if you if you listened to the last episode, you'd know that I was gonna get a camera for my birthday. Obviously, I changed to the Strat, but I will be getting that for Christmas, hopefully. That's the Canon PowerShot SX530. I'm quite disappointed you haven't been loyal to Canon here.
No.
I mean,
What?
that's.
If you think about it, Canon equivalent.
Welcome back to another
Sony
episode of Pablo Does Too Much
A6.
Research. Pablo does research
So
on every
the
single
70D
episode so far.
So the equivalent to the A6000 from Canon is the Canon 70D, which is a DSLR camera, which is very out of fashion now and is unfortunately worse than a mirrorless camera, which the A6000 is. Now, the difference between a DSLR and a mirrorless is that a DSLR, the light comes in through the lens, then it hits, I'm pretty sure it hits a mirror, which reflects up into the viewfinder, which reflects again out of the viewfinder.
How complicated?
When you click the shoot button, the mirror flips down, and the light is just left with the sensor, which records the image. And with a mirrorless camera, the difference is that when the light comes in through the lens, there's no mirror, and it's just the sensor. And then the image in the viewfinder is completely digital.
If you ever become friends with Pablo, you know he's going to bore you to death with specs.
Yep.
Joking. We do love a good spec.
Yes, I do love a bit of research.
I need a camera. Not long until Denmark Street, actually, which we still haven't organised properly.
Yes, we still haven't organised it.
Also, I haven't told you this. If it's all going well there, we might go to Hard Rock Cafe.
Nice.
Oh, I love Hard Rock Cafe. The food is unexplainably amazing. Unexplainably is not a word. And guess what? My audio glitched.
This happens every episode. It's so
I'm gonna
depressing.
just stop pointing it out now. This is the 6th time it's happened.
Yeah.
And it's only episode 5. Yeah, well done, me. So yeah.
Well done, Charlie.
That's our buys, and I hope we can go to Hard Rock, because you just sit around all this memorabilia from all of the all big bands. There's Beatles stuff, Rolling Stones. There's everything,
Mm.
we were sitting when I went for my 12th birthday, and I did basically the same. I did Denmark Street as well, and we sat in the Rolling Stones part, and there was all these memorabilia. There was a Jimi Hendrix guitar near, I think. It wasn't a Strat, obviously. But, and there was Beatles stuff. And they're all over the world, Hard Rock cafes, but
Yeah.
the one in London is the original first one. So, fun fact, except that was not my fun fact.
Yes.
Shall we talk
Right.
about Kanye's epic meltdown?
Yes, we should. Because that is very funny.
So, for those of you who don't know, I'll give a bit of a backstory. In 2016, Kanye West announced that he would be running for president in 2020. Now, he has fulfilled his promise, although I don't know if he can, because I think he's missed quite a few deadlines on filling in forms, because he's so on top of things. And he had his first presidential rally about a month ago, and he sort of had a bit of a meltdown on stage.
Yeah,
You should
he
go
did.
and watch it, it's great. He started talking about how they were going to like abort him, but he got a message from God saying don't abort him, and he had a bit of a meltdown on stage. Poor old Kanye. But what I don't understand about that, right? He said he got a message from God, but he calls himself God, so he got a message from himself?
I don't
Can
know really
we
what to
just-
say about that.
Of course he's God, he's a legend. No, he's
Yeah, of course.
No. If you're in America
Just-
and
just
Kanye... Just no. And you can vote Kanye, please don't. Just don't. It's just
Simple
wrong,
as.
okay? Let's talk about the possibilities of Kanye West being the president of America. I mean... a lot. I've got a lot to say on this, so I'm just going to say it all now. I said it in a video on my YouTube channel, but I'm going to say it all again. Pablo's
Yeah.
typing again. I mean,
Yes, I wanted to get a picture of Kanye West's presidential rally, which he was wearing a Kevlar vest with.
nice.
He was wearing a black
If you want.
top and a Kevlar vest that said security on it.
Snazzy. So
Yeah.
Kanye West being president, he has got some very different views. Different, putting it nicely. He's got some weird views. So that is probably a big downside to him being president. But also, I think this is the only good thing I could find about Kanye West being president. The only good thing I think I could find is that he tries to take action on his beliefs, and that could maybe be a good thing, but it also could be a really bad thing for America. Yeah, and the worst thing, Kim Kardashian would be the first lady.
I mean, it's just another no. Just simple.
You know, Keeping Up with the Kardashians, season 1000, White House edition. The Kardashians, Kylie Jenner would be in the White House. Kylie Jenner, just no, don't. Vote for someone good.
I mean, the only positive I see with Kanye's views is for actually doing something to do with all of the racism in America. Because
Yes.
I feel like Trump literally does not give two flies. Like,
No.
with all like the George Floyd and killings like that, etc. Like, you hear about like the state's mayor, whatever it is, but you never hear anything that Donald Trump says. It's like he's just no.
On the whole president and trying to combine it into music, he has been getting a lot of hate, and rightly so, because he's been using all of these artists' music at his rallies without their permission. And it's, why are you doing that? Get their permission. I heard it from Brendan Urie on Twitter, wrote a very angry tweet to Trump saying, "You cannot use my music." And like, he shouldn't be using his music. If I had a song and it had been used at a Trump rally, I think that's the lowest of the low. Yeah. that's a bit out of order, if I'm being honest. There's been a ton of artists who have had that, and it's just not right. Stop it.
Now, I heard that Kanye was tweeted, I think, that he was going to drop an album on the same day it turned out that Taylor Swift dropped Folklore.
I did not know that.
And then he didn't release it, and everyone was like, what? You said you were going to release an album, but he hasn't.
Kanye is
That's
so
what I've heard.
messed up in the head. Although Taylor Swift's new album, Folklore, I gave it a bit of a listen, and I honestly think it's not her best work. I mean,
You said that in your video.
I said it in my video. I like her first songs, her original songs from her first 2 albums. But yeah, never been a huge Taylor Swift fan, if I'm being honest. She's a bit too kind of too typical pop star, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah. We've done Kanye's Meltdown, we've done our buys. Yes, we were going to talk about what effect coronavirus has had on busking and live music. So, do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, I'll talk about it first. So, I haven't really kept up with the most recent music news, but I saw a photo of what gigs and festivals will be like in the future, and it's all socially distant, like in big rows, 2 meters apart from each row and 2 meters apart in front of each row.
I hate that.
Do you know what I mean?
I hate it.
It just looks so weird. It's like something it looks like the festival you've just gone to, socially distanced and stuff. Looks like you've been forced to go. Yeah.
Search up Highway to Hell AC/DC Live. That is a concert. Everyone is jumping on each other. You know, that's a concert. You can't have a concert 2 meters apart. It just ruins the mood. I was watching a television show. They usually have an audience there, and even without the audience on TV, it was just so rubbish. You know.
Which show was it?
It was QI. It's
I've never heard of
quiz
that.
show, right? But it's an audience. It gives to so much of a show or a TV show, and you don't notice it when the audience is there, but when they're not there, it's just so wrong. You know Club 85?
Yes, I do.
The biggest music place in our local area, which is amazing.
Yes.
What was I going to say? So I know a band that played there. They did a YouTube live gig. So they played a gig, and it was being professionally live streamed, so there's different angles, but it was still playing the music right. But they were playing an entire gig to no audience. Imagine how weird that'd be. Just playing it to cameras.
It's like it's like a rehearsal, but it's not a rehearsal.
Yeah, but it's not a rehearsal. So
that's weird.
I think live music, like concerts, proper concerts, is going to be the last thing to come back after coronavirus.
Yeah. I think with the coronavirus and stuff, I think if you're going to bring back music, and festivals and stuff, bring it back right at the end of the corovirus.
Yeah.
Seriously,
it's the safest thing to do, but it's also really annoying because music is the biggest thing that I do.
Yeah.
And
I think
I suppose you can still do busking.
I guess you could. Yeah.
I mean,
but it should be really awkward. Everyone's 2 meters apart, and it's.
I mentioned it in the last episode how all of the restaurants in our local area have all come outside, so everyone can sit outside and still order, and it's through all of August, and I busked there, and it was so nice because everyone was outside, they were still getting their food. It was really nice. So and I busked at that. A few other people I know busked at that, and it's really good. I think they're trying to do a lot to bring live music back, and also to help out restaurants. Have you heard of the Eat Out to Help Out scheme that's going on?
You what? You just glitched loads.
Oh, so basically over the UK at the moment, there's a thing going on in restaurants called Eat Out to Help Out, where they take out like 10-20% of your order, so they get more people in and they have to pay less price. And it's trying to
Yeah.
It's just getting restaurants back on their feet. It's a great idea. I think people are doing a lot to try and help each other out, which is nice. Yeah. And I think, personally, there's going to be a lot of positive outcomes of coronavirus. I mean, yeah, it's bad and good. Yeah. So yeah, live music will definitely be one of the last things to come back. It's a shame.
Yeah, it'll definitely be the last thing. And with the thing I said that bring it back right at the end, I think during the period between now and the end, live stream or like record what a band would have played and stream it.
Yeah, although I've done a lot of live streams on my Instagram, my YouTube, and it's good. It's good we can do this and we have the technology to be able to do this, but it's still not the same at all as playing live. I love playing live a lot more than I love recording, because here's my view on it. If you're recording and you make a mistake, you don't leave it in. You go back and redo it. But if you're live and you make a mistake, there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. So it's gone, it's happened. So, that's that. I've made loads of mistakes live because I'm not the best singer. So I'm glad I've never had like a voice crack on stage. Ooh, that'd be awful.
Oh, that would be so embarrassing.
Yeah. I haven't had that. That's good. But I did a couple of 2-hour sets the other week, and your voice, you don't notice it, but after you stop your set, you just can't talk if you're singing. But then I had another one 2 days later, so it was a bit more rusty, although Lewis Capaldi did notice me.
Yes, that was epic.
That was a bit astounding, because someone in the audience called, I've forgotten his name. His first name's Nick. Shout out to Nick. Absolutely legend. He co-writes Lewis Capaldi's songs and a ton of other artists. And he was there in town. I think it's Nick Atkinson. He took a video of me singing Tell Me You Love by Lewis Capaldi and sent it to Lewis Capaldi. And Lewis Capaldi put me on his Instagram. That's a bit mad.
And then you gained like 900 followers.
I did. I'm on 1.1k. I did get 1.2k, but then it slipped, which was obvious because I thought that after it went off the story, people would be like, and I'm fine. I lost about 50, but still. That was amazing. One of my covers is now 4.9 thousand views.
That's amazing.
And out of likes and received, I got nearly 100,000 people viewing and then reviewing. It was pretty cool. So yeah, we have 2 more sections. Our 2 weekly things, the fun facts and Artist of the episode, not of the week. I keep wanting to say week. Artist of the fortnight.
Episode.
Artist of the episode. So I think we should do fun facts first. I've got a pretty good one.
You can go first.
You go first.
You go first.
Alright.
I'm excited because
I quite like this. So I got one about Madonna, and it's before she got famous, Madonna got fired at her job at Dunkin' Donuts because she squirted jelly at a customer.
Oh, that is epic.
It's not to do with music, but
I mean, can I have a donut, please? Nah, mate.
Yeah. I don't know why, but that really reminds me of that Vine when the person's in I don't know where it is. It might be Chick-fil-A, and they're like, "Can I please have a waffle?" Have you seen that?
No.
Look up, "Can I please have a waffle?" Vine.
Okay.
It's, "Can I please have a waffle?" And these 2 ladies are having a fight in the background. "Can I please have a waffle?" I don't know why it reminds me of that, but yeah. Go on, play it. No. Can I please have a waffle? Pablo's just searching up, so we're gonna. There's a bit of silence.
Can I please have a waffle?
Can I please have a waffle?
They're having like
Pretty
a
good.
full-on fight.
They're having a fight in the background. It's like, can I please have a waffle? Wait, yeah, we need to have a meme section in one of our episodes talking about some good memes and
Yes,
finds.
or
We'll save
we
that.
could on the channel we could do community posts with memes. Because I know you can do
Wait,
that.
You can't do community posts unless you're like monetized, I think.
No.
Can you?
Yeah, you can do it. Because if I go on my channel, discussion, add a public comment. Hi. Just there.
The YouTube community posts?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know much about YouTube except to go and subscribe to my channel. No. So yeah, my fun fact was that Madonna got fired at Dunkin' Donuts before she was famous for throwing jelly at a customer. So, what's your fun fact?
My fun fact is,
The suspense
My
is killing me.
my fun fact is that today, like seriously, today marks
Today
40
is the 21st of August.
the 21st of August, 2020 marks the 44th anniversary of Leonard Skinner playing live at Nebworth Fair. That my dad. went to.
Nebworth!
Yeah.
Oh, we do love Nebworth. I call
Yeah.
it something else, but I'm not going to say that because we're child friendly.
Yes.
So that's cool.
Yeah, I posted talking about it on my Instagram at about 10 in the morning, and
I will
yeah,
not have seen that because I've been on holiday.
yes, you go and like
I got back
it.
from my holiday half an hour ago, and I was like,
Yes.
let's record now. I'll give
Yes,
that a like, you know.
pretty good. Yes.
You introduced me to Leonard Skinner because I actually didn't know who they were before you,
You're an
I'd never heard
actual
of them.
disgrace.
but they are legendary. Every time I hear Sweet Home, I always think Pablo. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I just had a very morbid question, but we should totally do it.
What?
In a different episode because we need ideas.
Right. Okay.
What songs would you play at your funeral? It's a bit of a
That's
depressing
a bit
question.
dark.
Yeah, I know, but you could have happy songs at your funeral. You know. But we'll answer that in a different episode. So yeah,
Make a funeral set list. That's
get
so
half an hour.
dark.
yes, we're gonna get our first
Right.
half an hour
So
episode.
the
But after
last thing.
editing, it won't be half an hour probably.
No.
But yeah, the last
Um,
thing, artist
the
of the
last thing.
episode,
Billie Eilish.
the
and
Billie
her
Eilish.
New is it
my
album
God.
or single?
It's a new single. It's called My
Single.
Future. I
Yes.
love it. So
I gave
in
it a
the
listen
single,
this morning. Ready
I
for
thought
this
it was
episode.
So it starts off with your normal Billie Eilish kind of deep, kind of slow stuff. But then halfway through, it comes in with this electric guitar and fast drum beat, and I live for it.
That sounds like the pop
It's-
version of Freebird.
Except
Genuinely
it's
does.
not 15 minutes long.
Yeah, that's the only difference. Because in
And has a 4
Freebird,
minutes.
it's 4 minute and 10 seconds solo, and then a minute 40
Yeah.
outro.
Of course.
Of
Yeah.
course, in epic 70s fashion. Anyway, back to the topic, as we've
Half an
just
hour,
gone
by the way.
off. Oh yes, we've just hit half an hour.
Although by editing it'll probably be 10 seconds. I keep getting Discord notifications. Sorry if you can hear them. Yeah, Billie Eilish. I loved her like entire album. When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? Awesome name. I mean,
it is a good question. I mean, if you're thinking out, like a non-scientific
know.
answer, it's a good question.
Yeah. Except with Pablo, it will be a scientific answer.
Yeah.
Like, oh, yeah, my audio's glitching, lovely. So, for artists, she's definitely up there in at least the top 10, probably more, top 5. She's just amazing. I love her style, and if anyone tried to do a Billie Eilish song, they would miserably fail, because only Billie Eilish can do Billie Eilish. Yeah. So, yeah, that's my opinion. Literally amazing. Her bassy songs like Bad Guy, I think, are great. Yeah. One of my favourite artists at the moment.
Yeah, I gave her new song a little bit of a listen, and it's odd.
It's really odd.
Like, I like Billie Eilish. Like, I don't love it, but yeah, it's pretty good.
I think it's really
But
good.
that one's odd.
It is odd.
Like,
But I love
really odd. It's weird.
Billie Eilish has good depressing music.
Yeah.
If you're feeling depressed, just listen to some Billie Eilish. It'll be great. Trust me. Yeah, that's my thoughts on Billie Eilish. We've done a lot this episode. So it's been
Yes, we
a
have.
long old episode. I think
We are at 32 minutes.
yeah, I think we're just about wrapping up then.
Yeah.
So
Oh, another Discord notification.
Yay. I'm so sorry about that. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. This is episode number 5. If you do have any ideas for the podcast, we would love to hear them. You can DM us on Instagram or comment on our YouTube or even DM us on Twitter because we've got a whole 2 followers. I never go on it.
Whopping 2
I've
followers.
tweeted once on that. So yeah, you can follow us on Instagram at Aspiring Young Artist Podcast. Our YouTube is also Aspiring Young Artist Podcast, and our Twitter is AYA Podcast 1. So yeah, we could do with followers. So yeah, thanks for listening or watching on YouTube. We'll see you next episode for episode 6. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Bye.